We are here with current Penn State quarterback Drew Allar at Penn State Pro Day. He just got off the field helping out Julian Fleming as he tries to take the next step on into the NFL. What is it like to be here with your teammates as they make that huge leap?
Yeah, I mean, it's been real exciting. I've been to 3 pro days now, and it's been really exciting to be a part of 2, like actually throwing the guys. It's just really cool seeing like the guys that you build a connection with throughout your years here, and then taking that next step into the next level, and wishing them nothing but the best of luck in the future. I have really high hopes for Julian. He's a great teammate of mine, a great friend of mine too, and I learned a lot from him in his short year here.
You being able to throw is a unique thing, because I was not able to do the same thing prior to as an underclassman. Talk a little bit about that process, because it can be a little stressful, but it is also a great opportunity for you to get that rep before it is your time.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, going into like the last 2 pro days throwing, it's like I just gotta think it's not about me. Like don't just let them touch the ball.
I'm servicing them.
Yeah. So, but I think it's been great just to see how the flow of it works. And I think both times I've done it, Theo and Deshaun Hamilton last year did a great job of getting here early and doing walkthroughs and jog-throughs of it beforehand. Same with Julian this week. So I think the run-throughs of it have been really clean, and then when we get to that moment where we're out there just throwing, it's just ball like what we've been doing throughout our whole careers together. It's awesome.
Yeah, and Hack's been talking to guys about you've done so much in this building, so that comfort level, right? Mm-hmm. The combine can be so much pressure in such a weird environment, but to be able to do this, it's the worst. He did run what was it, a 4.7 and change?
Yeah, some change. I don't know what the official
solid.
Was. Yeah, solid. Surprised a lot of people.
Turned heads. But I think about that, to be able to do this here in the program with so many people who love and support you guys, your coaches, some family members. What is this like as this is kind of one of those final farewells for these guys?
I mean, yeah, just like you said, it's kind of like a final farewell or a final get-together in a way, and I think it's really cool just to see, the relationships that all the coaches have built with all these guys, like especially the strength staff, and really the whole coaching staff, but that strength staff really organizing everything for these guys, having nothing but great things to say to these guys, to the scouts that come in through our building like weekly at this point of the year. But I think it just kind of shows off our culture as a team, and how, even though you might not be here as a part of the team, you might be on that next level. Like we had Chop and Kalen King back here today, and Pat Fryermuth. So it's just guys that may have graduated a couple years ago and taken that next step in their career, just still coming back and supporting their former teammates that are about to take that next step as well.
So talk about spring ball here. I want to shift a little bit. You're heading into year 2 for Coach K, which I think's awesome. I just had the longest back and forth with Ty now about it. Talk about your focus specifically as the leader. You're obviously making developments. Some of the things that I've talked about that I thought you needed to get better at heading into last year, you crushed those tests, passed them by a lot. So you're in a really good spot. You're in a leadership spot that you've been in when you had to take that role. But talk just more holistically about this offense, the development, the pieces that are coming back, you being part of that, and where you guys are headed so early in this process.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited. I think it really started when we got back from, after last season. Like the skill between the receivers, quarterbacks, tight ends, running backs, the amount of work we did in the winter, just routes on air, and how organized it was between the quarterbacks and Coach K and the whole offensive staff. It's really paid off for the first 2 days of practice. I think we're at a point right now like that. Last year we were struggling, like just learning the offense, but like this year it's like we just picked off where we left off. Like our play calls are still very long, which is really cool for like day 1, day 2 installs. And we're doing a lot of stressful things that were really successful for us last year, and just building off those. I'm really excited. I think we have a really good group coming back. Obviously, being in the same system again for the second year is going to be really nice. And having Danny and Trace now. So it's been a really good help for us as quarterbacks in that room, just getting really more comfortable with the playbook and really taking that next step into teaching the other guys, especially like the older guys, like Liam and Caden Saunders have had a huge role at teaching the younger receivers that just got here or just transferred in, like teaching them the way that we do things, how we operate, and just how they process everything through these swing practices.
So this could have been your pro day. You could have declared, and you chose to come back to Penn State saying that this was the best place for your development. Can you say why that is and why you have so much confidence that this is what's going to help you in your football career?
Yeah, for me, like when I was making that decision, I kind of reflected on it and thinking about it, like it would be crazy for me it was a crazy thought for me, like seeing myself in a different city, kind of living on my own and trying to handle that all for the first time. And I thought like I had a lot of unfinished business here, both personally and as a team, looking back at it. And I think I'm still young, both in age and just playing the position of quarterback in general. Like this is going to be my like 6th or 7th season really playing quarterback. So I'm still growing and learning every day. And, I have a lot of things I can clean up that are really correctable and easy to make. I just have to be self-conscious about it and being open to coaching. And, the coaches are doing that. Like I told Coach K and Danny and Coach Franklin, one of the reasons I wanted to come back was to better myself. But I want to be pushed every day. I want to be pushed in the weight room. I want to be pushed on the field and be really taking those uncomfortable spots. Because, I learned from it last year, like, the more you can put yourself in those uncomfortable spots, the better you're going to be when those situations come up during the games, and making practice as hard as possible just to make the games as easy as they can be.
Well, you are building on a lot of success. Happy to have you back here.
Yeah, thank you.